Then let the fun begin. The boss has left the building.
That's right.
That's it. And right now, Owen NaPier Jr. Got to get that junior in there. A multimedia visual artist, which I think is some of the neatest stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. Are you the only one? I don't know of anybody else that's doing this.
I really haven't seen too many other artists that have work like this.
Did you name the art? What kind of art is it called?
It's originally a Japanese art.
It's not cleavage art. I know that.
Well, it's 3D.
It's 3D. It basically, that's what it is. It's called preparatole or 3D decoupage or 3D art. It has like a variety of names, but basically I just call it 3D art.
Yeah, and it is so neat looking. Now let's talk about, because you actually, I guess, you started taking pictures at a very young age.
Yes, I started in art and photography since I was like 10.
10 years old?
Yes, I was an artist and then gradually got into photography and graphics, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, now do you take a print?
I take a print. I originally take a print and make, it really started when the digital era came about and I started printing my own stuff digitally, and I had all these extra prints and I was wondering what I was going to do with them, and one day I sat down and had an idea for a 3D greeting card and made a little 5x7 box, cut it out by hand, and kind of liked it, and a lot of my friends liked them and started buying them from me, and then I started making them a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger.
So much for that $5 greeting card. We're going to go for that $2,000 piece of art there.
You know, it started from a little idea and grew into a big idea, and each time I made one, I learned from the one before, and I kind of got a feel for it.
The one on the screen right now, that is one of my favorites. I mean, because I'm looking at that, it's like paint all over some kind of piece of machine.
That is a old 1963 Harris press. I used to work at a place, and they were taking this old press out, and I was taking some pictures of it, and I climbed up on the catwalk and was looking down the ink fountain, and I was just taking some shots, and I got back and downloaded my compact flash card and started looking through the images, and that kind of looked neat.
Yeah,
so,
it jumps out at you, that's for sure. Another one I really liked that's down there, we'll get a shot of that up here in a minute, was the ducks that you had too. That's I don't know if the screen's going to show the 3D the dimension like you can see it, and because it's all going back to 1D.
Right.
We can ruin art quick, can't we? It's
yes, we can.
Yeah, but the ducks there, I mean, it looks like a print there, but if they could see that.
Right, it's layered, it's dimensioned. All the images that are three-dimensional create shadows. That's the neat thing about them, is you can look at them from different angles, and light can hit them at different angles, and they'll create a different shadow.
Oh, wow, okay. Now, but people can see your artwork. I mean,
yes,
you do galleries.
I do local galleries. I have a website.
See, that one kind of, you can tell it's popped out a bit.
Yes, that was one that's probably one of the hardest ones I've ever did, because it kind of got away from me, because in making these, sometimes, as I start making them, I don't know what they're going to really end up like until I'm kind of done.
Right.
You know, I can work on it.
And you have to make that decision.
Right, and I add layers, and I'll walk away, and I'll look at it again, and I'll walk away, and I'll add some more, and they just keep growing, and most of the time, they kind of take their own lives. But most of it's already preconceived in my mind, even before I've even taken a picture.
Right, and it doesn't matter what it is, you take a lot of...
I can take anything and turn it into pretty much anything. There's nothing someone can give me that I can't turn into.
It's people, places,
places, things.
And everything. Now, you have your own studio, I guess?
Yes, I have a small studio located in Wilmington.
It's Image
Studios.
I'm trying to get you to give this plug here.
imagestudios.com is my website, and you can always reach me at Owen NaPier Jr. at Comcast.net.
Yeah, so and I guess you have a lot of your works displayed, because you brought quite a bit, but I know...
Yeah, I have probably another 25 or 30 pieces.
Yeah, and you were telling me if somebody has something,
I do custom work. If somebody has a picture or something they like, or a keepsake or memento, they can give it to me, and I pretty much can turn it into a 3D piece, or a 3D keepsake, or a 3D greeting card.
Imagine a 3D mother-in-law.
You have one of those, don't you, Kevin?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and but it's called, once again, Kevin kind of messed it up. I want to get that name. What is it, Kevin?
It's decoupage.
Decoupage.
Not decollage.
Decoupage or preparatole or 3D art is what
As we refer to it, 3D art.
Yes.
And once again, it's you can see this, I guess, going to your studio?
You can go to my website and see a lot of work. Probably this spring and summer, I'll be in a couple of local galleries within Wilmington and Pennsylvania and probably Westchester.
Yeah, now the pieces-wise, because I was asking, you know, trying to get, I know Tattle fell in love with the piece that's on behind us back there, and he went around behind it, and he didn't like it so much anymore because he saw the price tag, but it depends on the piece.
It depends on the piece, depends on the time put in it, depends on, you know, everything you see is custom framed too. I do all my framing and all my matting myself too. So
right.
Everything you get from me is a one-of-a-kind original piece.
And ranging in price from $200
to $200 to $8,000.
Yeah, and when you talk about that,
So
see, Thado, you just got you got behind the wrong one, T. That's all. You guys got to come back here. There's a but it doesn't matter what it is. You'll do it for.
I'll do it. There's no job too big or too small, or there's nothing that I can't turn into one of these.
Yeah, and then of course you sell your normal just prints.
I sell normal prints. I do normal regular photography. I do a lot of PR work. I do portrait work. I do wedding work. I do, you know. Because
I see a lot of, you know, you got your signed pieces with your 3D, but yes. I see a lot of your prints are signed copies.
Right. A lot of my prints are usually limited edition, hand signed and numbered. No more than 200 of them are probably made.
Yeah. So you definitely want to check out Owen NaPier, and once again, go to that website at
is imagestudios.on.com.
I thank you so much for coming on and bringing it, because I fell in love with it, and I'm going to be like Tattle, except I got to get behind it and find the ones, you know, look on this side first, T, and then go on the other side and say, oh yeah, I like that.
No, I like that.
You know, because like you said, it ranges, it varies in cost.
It varies in cost. Yeah, it varies in size. It just depends on how much time is involved in it.
Yeah, and if you think the art's good, you wait until you see our next guest coming up, and they can really put some art out there too. They're artists. Yes. And when I say, good, huh?
That was a good segue. If you just quit.
Yeah, just quit while I'm ahead. We're going to take a quick break. Big hand for Owen NaPier. Stay with us. Be right back right after this.